All right, guys, today's November 5th. That means we are on Proverbs 5 of the November Proverbs Challenge. Yesterday was Proverbs 4, a father's wise advice. Today on Proverbs 5, it's avoid immoral women. My son, pay attention to my wisdom. Listen carefully to my wise counsel. Then you will show discernment, and your lips will express what you've learned. For the lips of an immoral woman are as sweet as honey, and her mouth is smoother than oil. But in the end, she is as bitter as poison, as dangerous as a double-edged sword. Her feet go down to death. Her steps lead straight to the grave, for she cares nothing about the path to life. She staggers down a crooked trail and doesn't realize it. So now, my sons, listen to me. Never stray from what I am about to say. Stay away from her. Don't go near the door of her house. If you do, you will lose your honor, and you will lose to merciless people all you have achieved. Strangers will consume your wealth, and someone else will enjoy the fruit of your labor. In the end, you will groan in anguish. When disease consumes your body, you will say, "How I hated discipline. If only I had not ignored all the warnings. Oh, why didn't I listen to my teachers? Why didn't I pay attention to my instructors? I have come to the brink of utter ruin, and now I must face public disgrace. Drink water from your own well. Share your love only with your wife. Why spill the water of your springs in the streets, having sex with just anyone? You should reserve it for yourselves. Never share it with strangers. Let your wife be the fountain of blessings for you. Rejoice in the wife of your youth. She is a loving deer, a graceful doe. Let her breast satisfy you. May you always be captivated by her love. Why be captivated, my son, by an immoral woman, or fondle the breasts of a promiscuous woman? For the Lord sees clearly what a man does, examining every path he takes. An evil man is held captive by his own sins. They are ropes that catch and hold him. He will die for lack of self-control. He will be lost because of his great foolishness. So I'm going to go a little bit different on this, on the study part, just because lately, or before, I was reading the whole thing and then trying to go back and interpret it. I'm just going to read through the interpretation line by line, or one sentence at a time, and then discuss my thoughts on that. And then, like always, guys, please share your thoughts in the comments. You might have gotten something completely different from this chapter than I did. Even if you don't watch the whole video, but you just want to read the chapter yourself, that's the whole point of this, is getting people to read the word and just get conversation in it so we can all understand it better. So God intends for sexual pleasure to be enjoyed only within the context of marriage. So God created sex as a way for man and woman, married man and woman, to connect with each other, to reproduce, to become one, as a way for us, like a reward for us, to pleasure, for our own pleasure, but for men and women that are in marriage to come together, right? But throughout history, our evil, sinful ways have perverted, we not only perverted sex, we pervert pretty much everything that God's given us. But for instance, it says, while pornography might be tempting, or an illicit relationship might seem enticing, sexual immorality in all forms bring physical, spiritual, emotional, and even financial consequences. So let's go back. So pornography might be tempting. We see things, and I think it's more because people like to see things that is not normal for them, or that is different, or they like to live vicariously through other people or other things. And these pornos that we see on TV, or different things that we see on TV, they're not real. That's not what real life is. And it makes people think of things differently. And then when your life isn't really like what you're seeing on TV, even if it's not any of that stuff, but you're just seeing these shows on TV nowadays that make even marriage or relationships, something completely different than what they are. People tend to want what they see on TV, and then when they have what's in real life, it's different. It's not the same, and they can't handle the difference. And then even financial consequences, like that's probably the least destructive is the financial side of it. But there are so many different things, like even kids having sex and having getting pregnant at young ages. Now you're a kid having another kid, so you're putting yourself in a negative financial situation right there. Well, yes, I've seen some people that have taken that and used it to really push themselves and become very successful. I've seen other people that utilize that as a way just to live off the government forever. So it's really going to be on the person. That person, if they would have taken that step and taken that motivation to do things the right way from the beginning, imagine how far they would have gotten and then had kids later on. And don't get me wrong, I'm not saying any kid is not a gift, but I still don't believe that we need to be having kids when we're kids either, or our kids don't need to be having kids. And then it says even if sexual immorality is kept secret, nothing is hidden from the Lord. Sexual immoral acts are a sin against God. So even if you're being tempted, or you're tempted to have a relationship outside of your marriage, or you're lusting after somebody and you're just thinking, oh, well, nobody's going to know. I got a perfect plan. No, I'll get away with it. Nobody's ever going to know. Whether your spouse or your significant other or anybody else does find out or not, you got to realize God sees everything. There's no way we can hide from him. So whether it's a sexual sin or an ethical sin or anything else in your life that you're getting tempted to do, I know this is easier said than done, but any sin has to become first as a thought, and that thought has to be carried out. We're not sinning when we're being tempted. When we have that thought in our head, it's not a sin yet. What turns it into sin is the way we act from it, if we carry it out. So the next time that you have that thought process going in your head to do something that you're not supposed to do, think about, like, if God was sitting right next to me, if Jesus was sitting right next to me, what decision would I make? What decision would he tell me to do? And if you go ahead and make the wrong decision, which we all sometimes do, I'm not saying anybody's perfect, just remember you're doing it right in front of God, and use that as a way to motivate you to try to do the right thing. So tomorrow's going to be lessons for daily life. It's Proverbs 6. Again, please like, share, subscribe to the channel. And if you guys don't want to listen to me read this, the whole reason for me doing this is to get people in God's word more. Read it yourself and then just come on and put your thoughts in the comments. That's fine too. I'm not doing this to get famous. I'm doing it to spread God's word. I'll see you tomorrow.